the other one, I suppose, is that often we, the person, whoever we are, you are, we might be the only adult that this child has had a non-abusive relationship with. We might be the only person that hasn't prosecuted this relationship for our own benefit. And that is an amazingly scary thing for the child, because they then spend a lot of time waiting for you to announce the trick. So, and there'll be lots of tests along the way, and the tests go, sometimes they're quite juvenile, but the tests are essentially, I'm going to get you to prove that you love me. And really, you don't love them. Then the if it gets really scary, you get to that sort of teenager thing of, I'm going to drop you before you drop me. I'm going to reject you before you reject me. And that's because the acceptance of a relationship which has never previously been experienced can be a terrifying thing for a young person, because ultimately everyone craves connection. And so if you've never had it, or you've only had a destructive form of connection, to even consider the possibility of a non-abusive relationship might be terrifying. Not the relationship being terrifying, but the fact that they don't know how to behave in that relationship, and that they might somehow do something that would result in that relationship being terminated or withdrawn, can be terrifying. So then you have the testing of your resolve to form an appropriate relationship with someone, and then for you to be consistent in your values and your behaviours. So that's number two. And that really is a basic one. The relationship is possibly foreign to the young person, and therefore terrifying. Number three is from transactional analysis. So that whole thing that says a nurturing parent will foster an adaptive child. So and then you look at what nurturing means, and nurturing doesn't mean that it's laissez-faire, that anything goes. So nurturing means that you're predictable. There's a set of rules, that the rules are, some of them are negotiable and some of them aren't. That you're generally encouraging, and that it's engaged. It's a predictable thing. So, and again, I'll look at a role of a senior leader in an organisation and say, there's nothing in there. There's nothing about a nurturing parent that actually doesn't hold true for being a senior leader. Another one would be that your interactions, your engagements are developmentally appropriate. But that you're always, I suppose, pushing for the next stage of development, which is exactly the same with staff, and it's the same as you'd expect staff to have with clients. So the converse is fascinating as well. So a critical parent is not consistently critical, but a critical parent can be critical, can be negative, but can all I view it as being more typified by being unpredictable. So it's a bit unsafe. You don't know what you're going to get when you walk into that environment, and the literature says that the child of a critical parent then becomes over adaptive. So they're not learning by experience like the previous mentioned child, but what they're doing is they engage in behaviours to get the praise or the attention of the critical parent, and after a while, if that doesn't work, then the chances are that they become rebellious and then say, well, fuck it, any attention is better than no attention. So again, I think it translates into the work environment, and it is something that I think needs to be front of mind when working with people. So there's that.